Hi. When did you get here? I'm so glad you're here. I was feeling a little bit lonely. This is my kitchen in my little apartment. I was just about to bake something, but I was just thinking how it'd be so much more fun to bake it with friends. And then all of a sudden you showed up. So things just got way better. Today, I was gonna make some resurrection rolls for Easter. Have you ever made those before? I'll show you in a minute why they're called that. But if you wanna bake along with me, ask your mom and dad to help you get these few items. You're gonna need a tube of crescent rolls. There's 8 in here. You're gonna need 4 tablespoons of butter, 3 tablespoons of white sugar, 2 tablespoons of cinnamon, and 8 giant marshmallows. Oh, they look so good. I just want to eat one, but I can't. I'll put the directions to this recipe also in the notes below the video, but you can watch with me and we'll make them together. Now, I know we don't get to be together on Easter at church, which makes me really sad. But the good news is that Easter is never canceled. Easter is never canceled because God defeated death. Jesus is bigger than death. He's bigger than sadness. He's bigger than sickness. And God always wins. So Easter is the day we always remember what God did in Jesus. And I'll be here at my house celebrating, and you'll be at your house celebrating. One of the ways I like to celebrate is to eat lots of good food. So let's make some good food together. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. The first thing you want to do is to make sure you've washed your hands. So I'll let you go do that. Come right back when you're done. Okay, well, welcome back. The next thing we're gonna do is melt the butter in the microwave. I'll be right back. All right, I did 40 seconds in the microwave and it melted the butter for me.
Okay, make sure to turn your oven on to 375. Next, you're gonna need to get out a cookie sheet, or I realized a little too late that if you have a muffin tin, this works even better for each of the rolls. So if you have a muffin tin, grab that, or a cookie sheet. I put parchment paper on mine. We're gonna get out our crescent rolls and we're gonna open them. So pull back the tab and try to twist the tube so that it'll pop. Ooh. And pull the dough out. It's a little tricky and a little bit messy. Now the dough has these little markings so you can see where each piece can pull apart, and carefully pull apart each piece of dough. They're gonna look like triangles. You might need help from your mom or dad at this part. We're gonna pull each piece apart and lay it flat on either a work surface or a cutting board, or you can lay it right on the cookie sheet. Once you have the dough all laid out, you're gonna get your bowl of white sugar and you're gonna dump it into your bowl with your cinnamon. We're gonna blend them together and we're gonna stir them. This represents the spices that were used on Jesus's body when he was being buried. All right. Yeah, give it a real good stir. Next, we're gonna take a marshmallow. The marshmallow represents Christ's body, his perfect, pure, sinless body. Jesus never did anything wrong. He was perfect before God. He had never sinned. We're gonna take Christ's body, and then we're gonna take our bowl of melted butter, all that oil, and we're gonna put the marshmallow into the bowl of butter. We're gonna dip it in there with our hand and swirl it around. This reminds us of Christ taking on all of our sin, all of our dirtiness, all of our ickiness, every unkind thought, every word we've spoken that we shouldn't have spoken, anytime we've been hurtful towards others or that we've hurt God's heart. Jesus takes all of that sin onto his body. That's why he went to the cross. That's why he died. He died so that we don't have to be separated from God forever. Then you're going to take your marshmallow and you're going to roll it around in the spices. Christ, after he was taken down off the cross, his friends, they put these spices on his body as a way to love and honor him and to help his body smell good. Then you're going to take your marshmallow and put it on a piece of dough. We're going to do this for every marshmallow. Dip it in the oil. Roll it in the cinnamon sugar. And gently set it in the middle of a piece of dough. And while you do it, talk to your family about the story and what each item means. All right, once you have that done, we're gonna wrap each marshmallow, each body up real tightly. The dough represents the special cloth that was used to wrap up Christ's body. When Jesus came back to life and his friends looked inside the tomb, they found the cloth that had wrapped his body up. It was nicely folded and just sitting there, but there was no Jesus because he came alive. Make sure when you wrap the marshmallows up, you do so super well. You want to make sure every bit of marshmallow is covered nice and tight and that you've sealed it very well. Have your parents help you with this part. If it's not sealed very well, the marshmallow will start to ooze out when it's baking. I'm speaking from experience. Some of my marshmallows have oozed out before. Make sure each one is wrapped real nice and tight. If you can, before you wrap them, you can maybe use a rolling pin or your hands to spread out the dough even bigger before you wrap up the marshmallows. All right, great job. Since I have leftover butter and cinnamon sugar, I'm going to top each roll with a little bit of each. So I dip it into the butter and then I dip it into the cinnamon sugar. And I put it back on my cookie sheet. If you end up using a cookie sheet like I did in this video, make sure to spread your rolls out even more than I actually have them spread out. I actually have them too close together because they're going to start bumping into each other. They're going to get nice and big and puffy and super, super delicious. All right, now we're ready to bake them. Let's go to the oven.
Look at how beautiful these are. We're gonna stick them in the oven now and bake them for 10 minutes at 375 degrees. Ooh, careful. Maybe have your mom or dad help you. It's very hot. All right. See you later. Okay, we're gonna take them out. Whoa. Look, this represents the tomb that Christ's body was in. Let's see if he's still in there. Okay, I'm gonna try to rip it open. Can you see that? It's empty. Kind of looks like a mess, but there's no marshmallow. It's gone. It's melted away. Because he isn't here. He is risen. Oh, this is really good.
Guys, it's totally okay if some of your rolls don't turn out perfectly. Some of mine did not. Ooh. I didn't seal the dough good enough that the marshmallow oozed out everywhere, but they taste amazing. They still taste amazing.